Hi friends, welcome to our channel Essence of Medical. Today we are starting our pathology syllabus. Actually, this is in your second professional year. This is going to be the basic introduction class of your pathology. What is physiology? It is nothing but the study of mechanisms that are making us living, right? Means whatever going on in a living body, respiration, blood formation, means all the basics, all of the basic functions that regulating our body. We discuss that process in the subject of physiology. Suppose someone has a problem in CVS, cardiovascular system, or in its nervous system, or wherever. Okay, so that is a change in basic physiology, right? And these change leads to form disorders. Pathology is the subject where we consider these changes and learn how these changes are forming the disease. It is the study of disease. So, it is the branch of medical science or biology that deals with the formation of disease. Rudolf Virchow was the first to say that cellular disorder leads to disease. We will learn about his postulates later. Okay, he is known as the father of pathology or cellular pathology or microscopic or molecular pathology. Next term comes pathophysiology. This term actually tells what will be the physiology during a disease condition. Means how diseases are forming, what are the biochemical reactions leading to the disorders, and in basic words we can say pathophysiology describes the physiology of a disease. So what can be the definition of it? The branch of medical science that deals with physiological process associated with the disease or injury is known as pathophysiology. Actually the connection between pathology and physiology. Here we are going to take an example. Okay, to clarify relations between these three terms, pathology, physiology and pathophysiology. Now, in physiology, we study the regulation of the neural conductions and the function of neurotransmitters, how they are conducting. Now, just suppose that neurotransmitters are not working properly, means they are not properly conducting the electrical signals. What can be the effect of it? Less neural signals or whatever. But this will be a disorder condition now. These disorder conditions will come into the pathology where we are going to see the changes in neural axis. Either it can be hypo or the hyperactivity of neurotransmitter. Now we have to understand what we are going to know in pathophysiology. It actually provides the reason why the hell neurotransmitters are not working properly, right? So means physiology, normal or the basic study of something. Pathology is a disease condition study. Pathophysiology, reasons of the disease condition. Here we have the three definitions: etiology, pathogenesis and prognosis. Let's think about the etiology. What the definition is telling, it is the study of cause of disease, means for what reasons actually the disease are forming, right? It also gives a brief about the risk factors. Next, pathogenesis. What is a pathogenesis? Study of formation of disease is called pathogenesis. Prognosis, you have to understand this. What the definition is telling, it is the expected outcome for any disease. Suppose you have ascites, so definitely you're gonna have some abdominal pains or digestive failures. That means these symptoms are well expected when you know the disease, right? This expected outcome is actually called prognosis. Now, the normal cell stay in a steady state where if there is a narrow range of changes happen, they can alter an equilibrium inside the cellular or in biomolecular level. This steady state is actually called homeostasis. This is a basic component of cellular regulation. Means if the external temperature or the external pressure is increasing, the cell will maintain its temperature or the pressure inside, and that is the basic component of homeostasis. Or to maintain the homeostasis, the cell must have a system. Means I have a system to withdraw that system or to overcome that system, and that system is known as feedback system or FBS. Suppose you are having some stress for a prolonged time, even you cannot do the equilibrium there. The cell will try to attain a new steady state, a new equilibrium condition, and that point we are telling that the cellular adaptation had happened. So excessive pathophysiological or the pathophysical stress may force a cell to gain a altered or new steady state, and this is known as adaptation or cellular adaptation. What can be the types of adaptations we have to read in these chapters? Actually, these are 4 types: atrophy, hyperplasia, hypertrophy, metaplasia. Okay, atrophy. Atrophy will be decrease in cell number. Cell size also can be there. Atrophy means cellular numbers are decreasing, means some organs are shrinking or something is going on. Means any kind of cellular numbers or the cellular size decreasing. Suppose during your young age have a very good brain capacity, but when you started to go older, when the people start to get older, the brain start to shrink. This is also can be the example of atrophy, right? Next, the term hyperplasia. It is the increase in similar numbers kind of cells. Suppose you have a cell in a skeletal muscles. They are increasing reasonably in the number. It can be hyperplasia. Your liver cells are increasing in number. The similar kind of cells are increasing in number. That can be the hyperplasia. Next term, hypertrophy. These conditions where the local cell size or similar kind of cell size are increasing, size and increasing to increase its function, and this is known as hypertrophy. Hypertrophy means suppose a cell cannot divide, but it need to increase its function. It is having some sufficient amount of oxygen, sufficient amount of nutritions, so it need to do some more activity. So what will happen? It cannot divide. The heart cell cannot divide. Neural cells, it cannot divide. What will it do? It will increase its cellular size by synthesis of proteins, right? Next is the metaplasia. Change in cell type means suppose there was a squamous epithelium, it changes into cuboidal epithelium. Suppose it happens in the Barrett's disease. We will know about the Barrett's disease in metaplasia later, and this is known as metaplasia. So we have to learn about atrophy, hyperplasia, hypertrophy, metaplasia.
सो गाइस दैट इज़ ऑल अबाउट योर इंट्रोडक्शन टू पैथोलॉजी। अगर आपको हमारी वीडियो अच्छी लगी हो तो लाइक, कमेंट और शेयर कीजिए और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलिए। थैंक यू।